Hello YouTube, so the new fish we've been talking about, I got in today. We're only going to look at one of them because this one fish deserves his own video. So let's take a look. Alright, as you can see I got all bags floating. They've actually been floating for about an hour. And here is the guy I'm talking about. If you can't tell, that says dragon puffer. Yep, a dragon puffer. Now I do know the scientific name, but I'm not going to try to pronounce it. It should be popping up here anytime. He is well acclimated by now. Like I said, it's been an hour, so we're going to cut him loose and get a good look at him. So here he is. I promise you he is alive. You can see him mean mugging me, trying to figure out who I am and what I'm up to. This is awesome, awesome fish. He's about 5-6 inches maybe, and just beautiful, beautiful fish. I'm actually gonna let him sit here and acclimate for a little while, let him get used to his new tank. This is just quarantine. I still have to put the meds in, and then I will check back in with everyone, probably in about an hour or two. Alright, so we got our medicine in. You can see he's moved a little bit, not a lot of movement. But he did turn around, so at least we can see him now. Icax, a general cure, erythromycin are my go-to meds there. You can see it's still floating around in the water, kind of bluish green. Definitely important to deworm your puffers, as I learned that from little Steen. So we're going to start doing it right off the start. Should be a little helpful. Now these guys are not very active, so you don't really need as big as an aquarium as you do for a Maboo puffer. That and they don't get 2 feet big. So we're going to turn the lights out, let them just kind of settle in overnight, and we will check back in tomorrow. Alright folks, so it's the next day. Let's check in on the dragon puffer here. I still haven't seen him eat. It kind of makes me worried, although it's only been a day, but we're going to add some things to the tank to hopefully make him feel a little more comfortable. Alright, so here he is, or she. You can see there's snails in there. I put a piece of shrimp in there and just hasn't touched him. He moved over to this spot and he hasn't moved since. I think he actually has algae growing. But what I got here is I got some woods to put in here, some plants, and then I did head over to Aquarium Co-op's channel, and he has a care video on dragon puffers and recommend catappa leaves, so I got some leaves to throw in there as well. Now this is not going to be any type of fancy dancy aquascape. I'm just tossing stuff in here, kind of all willy-nilly like. Plants are still in pots. Again, this is just a quarantine tank, so I'm not going to go too crazy with it. Maybe put this one over here. This is got an absolutely beautiful piece of Anubias caufifolia here that I've been growing out for, I don't know, probably 6 months now. Hopefully it doesn't get angry that I'm putting it in a new tank. I probably shouldn't have removed it out of a tank that it was thriving in, but that's how it goes sometimes. Gonna have to get that piece of shrimp out of there. I put it in there last night, so it's definitely not interested in that shrimp. Come on. Maybe I'll just put it in the back there like so. Another pretty good piece of caufifolia in the back corner there. This is definitely one of my favorite Anubias species. I might actually throw some duckweed in this tank just to give him some cover and make him feel a little more secure. Let me grab the tongs to get that shrimp out of there. No, I do not trust you, buddy. I know you're not eating, but you would probably take off a finger right about now. Okay, now we got to get some leaves in there. So we got the leaves in there. Might have went a little overboard. I got, I think, 4 or 5 leaves in there, but that's all right. Now this is actually going to provide cover for them until, of course, they waterlog and sink down. So I'm not going to add any plants right now. We'll wait and see what he does here. Give him some time to get used to this new stuff in his tank, and then try to feed him maybe later today or tomorrow. Hopefully we can get him to eat something. Water's all nice and cloudy, but that'll get fixed by that sponge filter. So I will check back in later today or possibly tomorrow. We are on day 2 now. You can see I threw some guppies in there for some dither fish. The water's getting a little darker because of the leaves in there, leaching tannins. He did find his hide back here. Hard to see him, but he is there. Still no signs of eating, so I am a little worried. There are still snails rolling around here. I don't see any fresh dead snails, if that makes sense. The guppies haven't been eaten, so hopefully now that he's made it over there, he's feeling a little more comfortable. He might come out and try to eat some guppies or some snails. I might throw in some frozen bloodworms, I don't know, we'll see. But I think if we get to day 3 without any signs of him eating, I may start getting a little worried. Might have to reach out to Corey, the puffer expert, see if he has any ideas. See, there's a snail right there. That guy should not be alive right now. So we'll give this guy another day. Hopefully he comes around and check back in tomorrow. Alright everyone, we are on day 3 and still no signs of him eating. However, this is really encouraging behavior. See how he's perched up like this? They are predatory fish, which means they'll just sit around all day and wait for something to swim by or crawl by in terms of snails. So if these guppies make their way down there, they're probably going to be goners. It looks like he is ready to strike. The fact that he is out of his hide is really encouraging, so he's feeling comfortable. We got tannins in the water, which they love. If you're wondering about care requirements for this fish, super duper easy. However, they are predatory fish, which means they will kill just about anything you put in their tank. So just let that be known. Fair warning, this is probably a species-only fish right here in your tank. 40 gallons would be, like a 40-gallon breeder would be perfect. They do get in that 6-inch range. This one's probably pretty close to being full grown. And like I said earlier, they just don't move a lot, so they don't need a big footprint. It's really hard to get a good shot of them, but there you can see. So again, 75 to 82 degrees, neutral pH, tannins in the water, and he is out and about looking a lot better than the last few days. So he might have already crunched down a few snails. Hard to tell. There's still some snails rolling around in here and floating. There he is, just floating. Let's see if I can, where is this? Right here. Maybe you can see bubbles in the water. It's from the meds. Is that falling down? So we got about 2 weeks left in this tank, and then we'll move him over to a 40-gallon breeder, which will be his permanent home. It's already set up over there, but not aquascaped or anything, so that'll be a fun video coming soon. Alright YouTube, that's going to do it for today's video. The Dragon Puffer. Super awesome fish. Really excited. Be sure to subscribe so you get updates on this fish. I'm also taking name suggestions, so leave your comments. Next video is going to be the other new fish that are on this side over here, which are also pretty awesome. So stay tuned, and I hope to see everyone this Monday on the live stream.